A simple decision in youth can sometimes change the entire path of one's life. Today, we're going to talk about the story of someone who dared to choose a different path. Not with years of experience, not with millions in capital, but simply with a precise analysis, a different perspective, and the courage to act at the right moment. A decision that transformed a 21-year-old college student from an ordinary person into a recognized name on Wall Street. A story that shows how sometimes just one right choice is enough to completely turn your life around. This story isn't about luck. It's the story of a disciplined mind, a strategic decision, and the right opportunity in the middle of a crisis. This is the story of Jake Freeman, the young man who proved that in the world of finance, age is just a number, and the most important thing is your thinking and analysis. Jake Freeman was born in 2001. Contrary to what many believe, he wasn't chasing trading from childhood, but he naturally loved numbers, patterns, and complex data. His uncle Scott Freeman was an investor and hedge fund manager. Jake learned his first real financial lessons from him: how to read financial statements, how to determine the true value of a company through fundamental analysis, how to ignore market hype, and why liquidity is one of the most critical factors for a company's survival. These lessons later became the foundation of his historic trade. According to the Wall Street Journal, Jake had been practicing analyzing small companies since he was 13 with his uncle's help. In later years, he attended the University of Southern California and studied mathematics and economics, a combination that was exactly what a financial markets analyst needs. In 2022, the company Bed Bath & Beyond, which was one of America's largest retailers, was collapsing. According to Bloomberg and CNBC, the company had over $1 billion in debt. Annual sales had dropped sharply, the CEO had been replaced, major investors had withdrawn, the stock price had fallen from $20 below $6. To 99% of people, it looked like the company was finished, but 20-year-old Jake Freeman saw things differently. He wrote a 150-page research report on the company, a report that later had portions published in the media. He reached one conclusion: with management, restructuring, and debt repair, the company still has the potential to survive and continue. So he made the biggest decision of his life. He bought more than 5 million shares at around $550 per share. The value of the trade was roughly $25 million, and according to Forbes, most of the capital was provided by his family and a financial partner. This purchase became one of the largest individual trades ever made by a college student in US market history. In the weeks that followed, several key events took place. Media reported that the company was negotiating with new investors. Rumors spread about management changes. A wave of retail buying began. The stock surged nearly 400%, rising from around $5 to over $27. According to CNBC, Jake sold most of his shares over 2 days and earned more than $85 million in net profit. Not through luck, not by chasing hype, but through fundamental analysis and strategic patience. When reporters asked him how he took such risk, he simply said, "I didn't gamble, I studied." To this day, this quote circulates among market participants and Wall Street analysts. Major outlets such as Bloomberg, Financial Times, Business Insider, Wall Street Journal praised him as the young man who outsmarted Wall Street. Contrary to public expectations, Jake did not drop out of university, didn't buy a luxury car, didn't jump into media showmanship. He continued his studies and focused on developing analytical systems. In one interview, he said, "Universities teach financial theory, but they don't teach how to actually use money." He later published several papers on capital structure and is currently working on research projects. Behind this extraordinary story lies 3 simple but powerful principles. Principles that can serve as a starting point for anyone. Age is not a measure of success. Knowledge, discipline, and analysis can be more effective than decades of experience. Data is stronger than headlines. The market is full of noise and emotion, but numbers and financial statements never lie. Crises hide opportunities. The biggest profits are often made when most people run away in fear. This story proves that the path to success in financial markets comes from analytical power, not luck, and not decades of experience. If Jake Freeman, at the age of 20, could carve his name into Wall Street with precise analysis, then you can too. In the markets, no move is meaningless. Behind every chart lies a hidden reality, and every trader's professional journey begins with a single decision. If you were in Jake's place, what decision would you have made in that crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to follow real stories of the most successful people in the financial world, don't miss this playlist. Until the next episode, goodbye.